Wu-Tang gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Peace, love, and abundance to everybody watching right now. Before we start, I want to show my gratitude for everybody that's tapped in right now. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and leave a comment, man, so you can get a proper welcome. If you're a veteran, keep on showing love. All right, if you want to support the channel or yourself, I have some courses available, and I have a Wu-Tang gang community that you can join if you want to dive deeper into your self-improvement, all right? So I'll leave my links in my description and in my pinned comments. But check this out. If you clicked on this video, that's probably because you resonate with the title, right? People called you weird, or they call you weird even till to this day. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're different. And I've learned to embrace it. You know, I'm not ashamed to say I'm a weirdo. And I'm not saying weird as in being a creep. I'm saying it as in the way I think and the way I live my life is unorthodox. You know, like for example, when I'm outside doing my grounding, you know, I'm around trees. I love trees, so I might sit next to a tree. You might see me hugging a tree. And I know to the average viewer, they might see me and be like, look at this grown 200-pound man with locks sitting over there hugging trees. Like, what's going on? This man crazy. This man is ill. But, you know, I've always been in tune with nature ever since I was a kid. Whenever I was going through something, I would always go for a walk in the woods, where I would climb trees, man, and I would be at peace. It would bring me back to balance. You know what I'm saying? And even back then, I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew that it worked. So just me going out into nature, that was like me going back home, you know? And I'm sure you guys can relate too. You probably did a lot of things that people looked at you or they frowned upon, or they was like, oh, this dude is crazy, or this girl is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you like this. I've tried to be normal. And I've tried to be normal. I try to think normal. I try to be someone who just lives life like the everyday person. I can't do it. I just can't, man. Like, it agitates my spirit. I've tried, you know. It is what it is. I gotta accept who I am. You know, you guys gotta accept who you are too. So I'm saying, but knowing what I know now, I look back and I'm grateful for who I am and the way I think. I would never change who I am. I would never change how I grew up. I wouldn't change anything about myself. I love who I am. All right, guys, and you gotta love who you are. Forget what people gotta say about you. You know, the main ones that got something to say about you are the ones that have issues within themselves. Okay? A person that loves themselves, they're going to radiate love. They're going to give you that same energy. You see? But it's something about your weirdness that agitates people. Right? It exposes things in them. It makes them insecure. Because remember, being your true authentic self is the highest form of frequency. So your light is going to expose other people's darkness. Okay? Because the whole point is your light is supposed to activate other people's light. You see, but some people have so much darkness within them that they can't, their light is so dim, you know, so they can't activate it. They need a catalyst. See what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I talk to myself. I'm sure you guys, let me know in the comment section, do you talk to yourself? You know, I'll be at home, I'll be walking around the house, walking to different rooms, and I'm talking to myself, asking questions to myself, and I get answers. But see, you're not crazy though. You're talking to your higher self. You see, that voice in your head that you hear, that voice in your head that's been with you since you was a child, that's you. That's you on a higher frequency. See what I'm saying? So you're not crazy. You're tapping back in to your, I guess we can call it your Siri, right? You know, Siri, you ask Siri a question and she'll give you the answer based on what she knows. That's what you're doing. You have a built-in Siri, right? Which is your higher self. You can ask whatever you want and the answers will come to you. People probably call you weird because you meditate. You know, what you doing that for? What you sitting cross-legged for? What you doing all this breathing for? You know, you be surprised, man, the things that you know now and how you'll be judged for it. And these are things that are helping you improve yourself on every aspect. But we live in a world that's so backwards, where good is bad and bad is good. So the things that you're doing to improve yourself, people are going to look at you crazy. You can probably relate to this too. When I started changing my diet, started eating healthy, man, I got all types of crazy. You guys can probably relate to this too. Whenever I started changing my diet, I started eating healthy, stopped eating meat. Oh man, people thought I was crazy. People thought I was, what you got going on? What's the problem? I'm just trying to cleanse my body, cleanse my temple, and change my eating habits. And I tell people all the time, it makes me feel great. I feel energized. I don't feel as sluggish. You know, I have clarity of thought. And it's like they don't understand. You see? But you got to embrace being yourself. All right? Because you didn't come back here to fit in with anyone. You didn't come back here to be validated. You came back here to shine your light and create your reality, but also raise the vibration here as a collective. And in order for you to do that, you got to be different. Right? Why would you want to be like everybody else anyway? Who wants to walk around with no identity? You thinking like everybody else. You following the herd, the pack. You see? I've always been proud of the fact that I can go against the grain. I can think for myself. I'm not a follower. Right? I've always loved that about myself. You got to start loving every aspect of yourself. That's very important. Don't ever let anyone make you feel ashamed for who you are. Okay? That's a foul, right? That's a penalty. That's a flag. Don't let nobody get into your psyche, get inside of your energy field, and start changing things around. No, you weird for a reason. A lot of you guys, people probably call you weird or think you weird because you do semen retention, because you started to hold on to your seed and you know, build that energy up. Calling you weird, you crazy. Why don't you release it? You know, it's normal. People making jokes about it, you know, making little slick cracks at you about it. You know, oh, he must be built up. Yeah, I know he got a lot of built up tension and stress. He want to just let it go. He want to explode. You know what I'm saying? But people make jokes and they make fun of things because deep down, you trigger them. You expose the insecurity inside of them, because deep down, people know what they should and shouldn't do. And they see you doing something that's better than yourself, and it makes them feel insecure because they know that they don't have the discipline right now to make that happen. Okay? Always pay attention to what people project towards you, because that's what they're feeling inside. All right? Anytime you're trying to better yourself, people that have something to say about it, you're striking a chord within them because they wish they had the discipline to do what you're doing. But if I could be honest with you guys, when I was younger, I did struggle with a lot of my gifts early on just because I had no one to express the way I felt or the way I thought. I couldn't express it to anyone. You know what I'm saying? Because no one would have understood what I was going through. So a lot of my gifts, I had to suppress my gifts just because I wanted to fit in, you know, with the family or just with the people that I was around. And I'm sure a lot of you guys did the same thing. Like you were conflicted. The way you felt, the way you thought compared to the world and what they were trying to teach you or tell you how to be as a person. You know what I'm saying? So it can be very confusing for us at a young age, but you're going to go through some things in your life that's going to make you embrace that. You're not going to be afraid of it anymore. You know, when I went through my awakening and I started really living on my own, being able to think for myself, being able to just do everything for myself, this is when I started gaining more confidence and activating my gifts again. You see, because when you're around certain people, you can't embrace your weirdness just because they're not going to understand you, especially when you're young. They're not going to give you the space to express yourself. So this is why it's important for you to get around people that's like-minded or isolate yourself, which a lot of us do. We isolate ourselves. You know, we're not outside like we used to be. You know, you might have a few friends, but a lot of us, I notice, we connect on social media. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us connect on social media because This is the only place where we can contact each other. A lot of us, you know, we spread out all over the world. Right? In my city right now, there might be a couple people here. You know, I met a couple people here, but for the most part, you go into the grocery store or you just outside around people, you're not gonna meet someone that's on the same frequency as you. It's just not normal. You know what I'm saying? It's just because we isolate ourselves and we're doing the work. The people that's working on themselves, you behind closed doors, or you're to yourself building your energy up, right? Meanwhile, everybody else is outside giving the energy away or being used as vessels to harvest their energy. All right, so don't be ashamed if you're watching this video and people calling you weird, people don't understand you. This is the right place for you to be, man, because you're not alone. All right, that's a part of the journey. This is a part of the rites of passage. Okay, this is how you know that you're different. This is how you know that you have a bigger purpose. You have gifts. Your energy is very, very high. Your energy is different. You're a different being out here. Okay? So don't be ashamed of it, but embrace it. Grow into it. Learn to love it. Learn to love yourself. Activate yourself within. Okay? Trust. You're going to be put in your rightful place. Right now, in this time and day, everything is being shifted into its rightful place. Like-minded people are being grouped with like-minded people, right? Sleep people are being grouped with sleep people. The wicked are being grouped with the wicked. Everything's being organized and sorted to be dealt with accordingly. Okay? So it's a beautiful thing, man. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't change who I am. I wouldn't change anything about myself. And you shouldn't feel like that either. You shouldn't feel like you want to change yourself, especially to be like somebody else. Okay, that's the danger of today and what social media has done as well. You know, when you get on these platforms and you're looking at people's lifestyles and you're wishing you're them, wishing you could live like them, wishing you had what they had, and you don't want to operate in that frequency because now you're getting away from your power. You have your own gifts. You have your own fortunes and fruits that you are supposed to obtain. But if you're so worried about other people, you can never get that. So stay on your path, man. Stay righteous. Okay? Elevate your mindset, your consciousness. Protect yourself. Don't let nobody get inside of here, ever. Don't ever let no one break down your confidence, break down your wall of stability. Okay? You got to keep your fortress strong at all times. I tell you guys, put that light shield around your body and you program that shield with protection. Words are powerful. Right? Your words have the power of life and death. So always speak your intentions into the atmosphere so the molecules around you can be programmed accordingly. All right? So with that being said, guys, I hope this video resonated with you. If you need to speak with me one-on-one, I do one-on-one consultations. So I'll leave a link in my description and in my pinned comments. Y'all have a beautiful day, man. And I'm out. Peace.